Are you looking for true personal freedom? The freedom to design a life you truly desire? Then you're absolutely in the right place. True personal freedom comes from when you take 100% responsibility and control of your money and your mind. Here you're going to learn ideas, tips, and wisdom that's going to help you bridge the gap from where you are now to your dream life in the future. My name is Randy Wilson, and welcome to the Rich Mind Podcast. Hi there. Welcome back to the Rich Mind Podcast. Hey, today I wanted to talk about what Jim Rohn taught me many years ago when I first started in my journey of personal development. And this has been really crucial to helping me achieve the goals and the lifestyle that I really deserve. And what he shared was to focus on what he called your associations. So what he said and what he taught was that you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Now, that can be in a personal close setting. That can be through, and nowadays it can be in a virtual setting. It can be through who you're listening to, who you're following, your mentors, whether it be in real life or in the virtual world. So when he said that back in the day, it really made me question who were my associations and was I okay with that? He said, or he would teach, that you can have 5-minute friends, you can have 5-hour friends, you can have 5-day friends, you can have 5-week friends, and all of them are great. You need all of them to have a great life. But the key then is to make sure that you keep those people in their particular buckets of time that they're using and taking from you when it comes to your life and the decisions that you're making. So one thing that I had to do early when I was trying to break free of the, let's call it the binds of my own mind, my own past programming, my own past thinking, one thing I did was I took that to heart and I really started to surround myself. And for me, it was in a virtual standpoint, listening to folks that were speaking new truth, new wisdom, new ideas, new possibilities into my life. And by doing that, it gave me the confidence to do new things, to take different actions, to then get into new rooms, to then experience life in a way that I had never experienced it up until that point. So today, that's what I want to leave with you, is that I want you to focus on your associations. Who are your friends? Who are your circle of 5 that are involving you in day-to-day activities? Because if you want to be wealthy, hang around wealthy people. If you hang around 4 other wealthy folks, you will eventually become the 5th, because the way they think, the way they act, and the way they conduct themselves on a daily basis is going to rub off onto your actions. And if you don't have any desire for that, if you want to just live an average life of not necessarily achieving your full potential, then don't pay attention to the folks that you're spending time with. But that in and of itself can be something that can actually be a catalyst to helping you achieve greatness. So figure out who your associations are. Who are your 5? Who are in your circle? Who are speaking to you? Hopefully, through myself and in this podcast, on this podcast, I can speak some new life into you, some new possibilities. Maybe you've never thought about your associations before. One person that I had to get away with early in my journey was actually my father. He had a complete control of my mind and of my thinking, to the point where I wasn't able to make any decisions. Even though I was an adult with my own family. I couldn't make any decisions without running the filter of what would my dad want me to do in this situation. And I knew that I had to get away from that. I had to make a decision, and it was a hard decision, that I had to break away and put him in a supposed box, I guess you could say, of instead of him being so close of an association as far as into my own thinking, into my own way that I wanted to live my life, I had to break away from him and start surrounding myself with different truth, with different ideas. And when I did that, ultimately, actually, it came back to where we were able to be better long term than when we were at the time when I made that decision. I don't think he knew that I had made that decision. I actually made, at the time, we moved. I moved. We were living in the same city or town, and we moved away. And a lot of that was because I needed to physically get myself in a different place, away from him and away from his thinking that was completely controlling my life up to that point. So maybe you have somebody in your life like that for yourself. It's not easy. I understand that. I've been there. I've done that. It's not an easy decision. But what I will encourage you to do is to really sit and think about who is influencing you and your life on a daily basis. And if they are not speaking encouragement, sometimes it's a kick in the butt when you need it. Sometimes it's love. Sometimes it's just a hug. Sometimes it's some advice that you need in the moment. But if they're not speaking truth and wisdom into your life and they're continuously trying to hold you back, I encourage you to find the courage inside of yourself to get yourself away from that environment or from that person and start listening to folks that can help speak some true life and possibility and some hope into your life. So hopefully that message serves you today. Who are your associations? Who are your 5-minute friends? Who are your 5-hour friends? Who are your 5-day friends? Who are your 5-week friends? And put those folks in their own categories and keep them there. And then keep trying to add to the folks that you want to be around with more. Getting yourselves in the room. That's one thing I discovered as I kept getting better for myself. I wanted to be in more rooms with people that could speak positive life into me. And every time I did that, it was better and better, more and more all the time. Life is not made and designed to do this alone. But at the same time, you need to make sure that when you are doing it with others, you're doing it with the right people. So hopefully that message serves you today. Go out there, make it a great day, focus on your associations, and achieve the life you truly desire. Until next time, my friends, thanks. Thank you for joining me on the Rich Mind Podcast. I hope you found a ton of value in this episode. If so, I'd really appreciate a 5-star review, and you can also share it with your family and friends. And as my mentor Jim Rohn shared with me, in order to have more, you must first become more. And in order to become more, you must work harder on yourself than you do on your job. So go out there today and work harder on yourself to become more and build the life of your dreams. Until next time, my friends.